Hey, is that a bad sign that I put my camera on today?
No, all good.
And this is the Arn coming in from the right, just beyond Paul. So it's spelt Avon, but it's actually pronounced Arn. So it's the River Arn coming in from the right. The River Arn actually drains a colossal amount of the Cairngorm Plateau. It comes down from behind Cairngorm. So when it's raining heavily, this can really add a massive amount of water to the Spey. But because it's in a steep mountain area and it doesn't hold water, as soon as it stops raining, the Arn starts dropping. And today it's, well, relatively gentle stream coming in. You could wade across it, wouldn't get more than your knees wet. Not a lot of power there today. And there it is on the right. Hardly noticeable. The outside of this bend has some good sized waves, a lot of fun for the customers. I don't want to take a splash on board, so I'm angling away to my right to actually miss the majority of them. I can't resist it though a little bit, the splash is good. When the river is really high, these waves become much bigger, but consequently there's a lot of water going into the washing machine, which actually becomes really small and eventually flat as a pancake. And that's Paul Kirtley there in his yellowy green top. Paul and I have worked together on the Spey for years now, and lots of trips in Canada. The washing machine is just a short way below. It shows up on the map very nicely as a narrowing, as the river drops into steep gravel banks. And the big thing, Gordon, just keep her straight. One of the habits I've got here is actually sit in the eddy with the customer and say, who'd like to go first? Always get a volunteer boat and let them go down without following me. Sometimes they express surprise. They think, first after you. No, you go first. It is, after all, a nursery rhyme rapid. Hey diddle diddle, straight down the middle. I do make a point of saying that if you take a lot of water on board, if the waves are big, then you're still fine. Everything's tied in, you've got massive flotation. Keep going, paddle gently, but keep a paddle on each side of the boat. A bit hard for the solo paddlers, I know, but tandem pairs, keep a paddle on each side of the boat, and 9 times out of 10, you can make it slowly and carefully to the bank and bail. Straight down is fun, but a little bit simple for me. I do like a diagonal run, a lot of fun. When I did it with my daughter, who was 8 at the time, the water was low, and so the waves were bigger. It was just made me grin all the way.
What's that like?
Fun.
And scary.
Yeah.
A good bouncy run, Bert in the back, and Spoons in the bow. Spoons considerably lighter than Bert. We in fact awarded Spoons his pilot's licence for that height. And in the distance on the right, you can see one of the other boats. They've stayed upright, they've swamped, kept a paddle either side of the boat, no cross deck. They made it to the bank and could bail out. In lower water, the waves seemed to get bigger again. Once I was here in very high water, and the rapids immediately upstream had very big waves, and I was, what's coming up next? Came round, and the washing machine was flat as a pancake. No waves at all. It completely filled out the gravel banks. It was a piece of cake. Shortly after the washing machine, we reached Knockando, and a whole series of sharp bends and the steepest part of the river. Some really classic paddling, but actually good fishing as well. And immediately above the rapids, the Knockando distillery. It was a wonderful take the eddy. We're going straight past Paul, and it'll bend round to the right. And once we're through everything, the eddy and the beach are on the right. I'll lead the way. See if you can actually, like, because you get bounced around a lot, I'm going to leave you to last, to see if I can keep that line, because you get bounced more than these guys. Alright, so you need to follow me, just a little bit of distance so you've got room, but you need to follow. Yeah, ready to go, folks? Nine times out of 10 I will take the eddy on the right and bring the group into it as well. But the eddy line's a bit sharp, it's an easy run straight through today, so with it wet and cold I'll miss the eddy and minimise the chance of a capsize on the eddy lines. If I was here for myself, I'd be in and out of these eddies, maybe doing crosses to where Paul is. I would be having a lot of fun. But my job today is to give the line to the group, and the easiest way through for them is to go straight. We do hit lots of eddies with them, but not these. And I can't resist, got to show myself running the same rapid, much lower so you can see the rocks. The channel becomes quite narrow, and she makes a really good effort to pull that bow rudder at the end of this. Really proud of her. What can be finer than to drink a malt whisky that shares a name with the rapid? Hi folks, I hope you found that interesting and helpful. And what you can do is you can press like, you can subscribe, and comments are always welcome. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a link in the description below for buymeacoffee.com. My own book, Canoeing, is available directly from myself, but there are links in the description below for easy buys in North America or the rest of Europe. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the support.